सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च.
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. There are certain instances in Srimad Narayaneeyam where Bhagavan would offer to complete the verse. Bhagavan would nod in acknowledgement to Bhattatri's questions. One such Dashakam is this, as told by the great stalwart Sengalipuram Sri Anantarama Dikshitar. It is said that Bhattatri understood that Krishna was able to rejuvenate all the swooned gopas and the cows. But further so, it is stated in Bhagavatam that Krishna held the snake and danced on his hooves. This Bhattatri wondered whether it could have happened because Krishna was barely of 7 to 8 years of age. And which child will have the courage, the valor to fight such a multi-ruded snake? So he wondered. At that point in time, it is said that Krishna reenacted his dance over the snake called Kaliya very much in the kshetram of Guruvayur, and Bhattatri composed this particular Dashakam as he was seeing it. So it goes. Athavarini ghorataram phaninam prativarayitum कृतधीर भगवन् द्रुतमारिथतिरगणि पतरुं विषमारुत शोषित पर्णचयम्. अथ हे भगवन्, हे कृष्णा, त्वं कृतधीहि प्रतिवारयितुं, you have decided to get rid of Ghorataram Phaninam Varini, by this particular snake, Ghorataram, this snake of virulent poison, Ghorataram Phaninam Varini, that which is living in the waters of these Yamuna river, because the Yamuna rivers have formed an oxbow lake. In that lake has been living Kaliya. Varini Phaninam, this particular snake, Phanam is hood. Phaninam is that snake which has a hood, because not every snake will have a hood. Cobra generally is known to have a hood. So it is a cobra variety. Phanini, this particular Phaninam Varini, Ghorakaram. It was a very fearsome snake that Krishna had decided to get rid of. Kridardhihi Pradivarayitum. So Bhattatri continues, Dhrutam Aritha. To get rid of it, what should Bhagavan do? So Dhrutam Aritha, he got over Tiragani Patarum. Tiragani Patarum. So there is this river or the lake, by the banks of it are trees. Tiragani Pataru. Taru. There is one particular tree. Tiragani Pataru. So it is by the banks of this particular lake. So Dhrutam Aritha. So Bhagavan got over one of the trees. Vishamaruta Shoshita Parnachaya. But that particular tree had its branch or whatever trunk that was there. but there were no leaves. Why? Vishamaruta shoshita, because of the fumes filled with poison that this snake called kaliya was leaving. There was no scope for leaves to grow. Vishamaruta shoshita parnachayam. All these leaves had dried up, so it was a barren tree that Krishna went and stood up. Drutam aritha tiragani patarum vishamarucha shoshita parnachayam. Next. Adhiruhya padamburuhena chatam navapallavatulya manogyaruja hladavarini durataramnyapataha parigurnita ghora tarangagane. Adhiruhya chatam padamburuhena amboruha, lotus like. Padamboruhena, pada, those feet that were akin to lotus, with such feet, adhiruhya, Krishna, you went and climbed that barren tree. Navapallavatulya manobnya rucha. That is the beauty. Here, the commentator in the Bhakta Priya commentary states, Nipataruhu Bhagavat Sparshat Tyakta Vishadoshaha Sanjata Navapallavascha Jata iti Adhaha Sthitanam Pratiti Dyodyate. What he says is, in that barren tree, Vishamaruta Shoshita Parnachaya means no leaves were found because they are all dried up. When Bhagavan went and stood there, Nava Pallava, new sprouts, green in color, started coming. Which means with Bhagavat Sharira Sambandham, what all can happen. So, Nava Pallava Tulya Manognya Rucha, beautiful, tender, green sprouts, leaves had come with that great splendor. Durataram Nyapataha Hladavarini. Durataram Nyapataha. Now, when they had gone into that waters, long, deep he had taken into the waters, Nyapataha Hladavarini. Now, when Krishna took a deep, how do children and, great athletes go for the swimming? They stand on that swimming pad, they'll jump for some time and then take a plunge into the waters, right? Krishna must have used that particular tree to take a plunge into the waters. Durataram Nyapataha Hladavarini. So he took a plunge. Parigurnita Goratarangagane. As he took, there were only waves, and those were fierce waves that came. So Goratarangagane, so there were waves all around, and it was splashing all around. Parigurnita Goratarangagane. Then Bhattatri continues. Bhuvanatraya bhara bhruto bhavato guru bhara vikampi vijrumbijala parimajjayati smadhanu shatakam tatini jhatiti sphuta ghoshavati. Guru bhara vikampi vijrumbijala bhavataha. With waters that were swirling and swelling because of the great weight in you. Because you were the one who carried so much of weight. Now, we are not talking about the child. Bhattatri says, who is he? He is the one who carries the entire world. So he has got that bharam. Whenever he wants to radiate that particular weight, throw that weight, he can always throw. So he says, Guru bhara vikampi. Guru here doesn't mean the Acharya. Guru means big. Guru bhara, that heavy weight, vikampi vijrumbi jala. So the waters were only swelling because of the weight that had borne its side. Bhuvanatraya bhara bhritaha. Now who is he? The one who bears the weight of all the three worlds. Traya bhuvana. Traya bhuvana. Bhuvana traya. Traya bhuvana means all the three worlds. Bhara, the weight of it. Bhritaha. So the one who bears the weight of protection of the world. So we have to add the word protection. Bhuvanatraya bhara bhritaha sphuta ghoshavati tatini. There was a roaring sound because of the waves that were lashing out on all sides. Sphuta ghoshavati tatini jhatiti parimajjayati sma. That had quickly submerged Dhanush to a distance of 100 bow lengths. So he gives one particular measurement, 100 bow lengths. Dhanuhu Shatakam Jhatiti. So with that roaring sound and the waves that were lashing, and then there were 100 bow lengths, it had got submerged. All of this was happening because of Krishna taking a plunge into the deep waters, the virulent poison laden waters of this particular lake formed by the Yamuna waters. अथ दिक्षु विदिक्षु परिक्षुभित भ्रमितोदरवारि निनादभरै उदकात् उदगात् उरगाधिपति त्वदुपान्तमशान्त्यरुषान्धमनाः अथ उरगाधिपतिः, that particular Kaliya, Uragadhipatihi, who is regarded as the king of snakes. That particular serpent, the king of snakes called Kaliya, atha Uragadhipatihi, Andhamanaha, Ashantarucha, blinded by uncontrollable anger. Who is this who has fallen into my waters? Was Kaliya's thoughts. Andhamanaha, completely blinded. Ashantarucha, Ashantam means anger. Ashantarusha, blinded completely by anger. His mind was completely lost in that. Parikshubhita Brahmitodaravari Ninada Bharaihi. That too what? Because of the vibrations that were coming, because of the waves that were lashing. Because snakes technically don't have ears, but they sense through the vibrations that they can sense with their association with the earth. So if a snake is coming on earth, with the vibrations that is coming around, it can sense. So Parikshubhita Bhramitotaravali Ninada Bharaihi, with the deafening sound of the vibrations that were coming from the waves, Dikshu Vidikshu, not one side, Dikshu Vidikshu, from all possible directions, whatever we take as the Ashtadik, right? North, south, east, west, northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest, the 8 directions, the one up, the one below. So from Patalam, from the sky, from all directions, Dikshu Vidikshu Ninada Bharaihi, Udakat, Udakar, Udagat, Udakat, Tvadupantam. So the waters and the waves were coming towards you. So as they were surging from you towards you, all this was sensed by Kaliya. He couldn't stand it. What did he do next? Panashringa sahasra vinis srimara jwaladagnika gogra vishambudharam puratah paninam samalokayata bahushringina manjana shailamiva tvam samalokayathaha purataha paninam. Right in front of you, you saw Kaliya. So finally, Bhagavan took the plunge, saw Kaliya in front of him. Pana, the hood, Shringa, Sahasra. So there were sparks of fire. That is, fire here means poison. Sahasra Vinismra, Vinis, Smr Mara. So there was so much of poison that was coming as loads of fire. Jwaladagni Kanogra Vishambudharam. From his, here he says, 1,000 hoods. We can say that there were many hoods. So, Panashunga Sahasra, 1,000 such hoods. Bhattatri says, Jwaladagni Kanogra Vishambudharam. See, imagine a combination of one fire and second is poison. So, we have to treat that fire, that poison which is akin to that of fire. It can burn your body. So, Vishambudharam, Anjana Shailamiva. Thereby, the fumes started coming. It looked like a black mountain before whom Bhagavan himself is dark hued. He looks like the dark rain-bearing clouds. In front of him came these volcano-like, huge fumes. So, Anjana Shailamiva, Anjanam, especially collyrium. Imagine you're putting that Anjanam and you have to make a mountain out of it. Anjana Shailam, it was that dark. Anjana Shailamiva, Bahushringinam, with numerous peaks. So it looked like, volcanoes were bursting and fumes were coming. There were numerous peaks. And that too, how did Kaliya look? Panashringa Sahasra Vinisismra Srimara. Vinisismra. So there was so much of fumes and Agni that were combined, that were coming. See, all this has to do with the Tapatrayam that we have got. And as we listen to these shlokas, many of our acharyas say that the Nagadosham that we have will also get rid of. When I say rid of, the intensity will come down, the problems will come down because of Nagadosham when we listen to Kaliya Nartana Dashakam. Finally, now Krishna has met and seen Kaliya. What does he do with Kaliya? Is he going to just say, okay, don't do this, tum idhar se jao, just move away? Or is he going to do a Garva Bhangam of Kaliya? All of that in the next episode. Life is a learning. Every day is a learning. So why stop? We are very happy to present Ramayana Pariksha RAP 2025. This is being organized by our trust Dashakam. It is an online examination. All that you have to do is to read the book Ramayanam Volume 1 that I have authored, and 2, register for the exam. It is happening on the 22nd of June 2025. Exciting prizes, and the biggest prize is reading the Ramayana and answering the questions. Age no bar, geography no bar. So why stop? Register soon. Namaskar.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण